So athletes are walking out onto the field of play. So we have the 3rd and the 4th ranked archer for the recurve junior men bronze match. This will be our last bronze match for this morning with the juniors. So the judge will call them onto the shooting line to be presented to the audience here. So on target 1 from Norway, we have Hasthi. And then on target 2 from Belgium, we have Roos, the 3rd seed.
So in qualification, Hasthi scored 576, 4th place, and Roos scored 581 for 3rd place. So they're quite a tight match.
Incidentally, the highest score for the recurve junior men was 585. Matteo Santi from Italy, who was beaten in the 1st round by a shoot-off. Closest to the middle went to his compatriot Andrea Gottardini. 2nd seed was Alex Wise from Great Britain, shooting 584. He will be in the boys' gold final later on. So we've just got some technical issues here with the scoreboards. This indicates the timing system, so the athletes definitely need to know who's shooting first and what time limit they've got. The coaches watch those scoreboards as the time decreases, and they'll start informing their athlete when it's getting close to going to 0. And it also shows the audience here what the scores are and who's leading the match. The wonders of technology, there's always some issues. So these delays can be a bit annoying, really, because you've just got off the practice range, you're warmed up, you're focused, you're ready to go. Your heart's jumping out a bit of your rib cage, and you just want to get going.
You do, but it happens, and you just got to be prepared for it and get used to it. Like at the Berlin World Cup this year, during the team matches, someone unplugged something and the timing all went out, and that was to charge their mobile phone.
I remember that well. I got grey hairs trying to figure out what had gone wrong there, but we found it. So, Roos to start this match. Hasthi opens up with an 8. So they're going right here, so I just wonder if that's the lighting or if that's like weak front arm.
It could be release front arm. When they go right, it could be almost anything. But yeah, it's quite very different lighting conditions in here compared to their warm-up room. So in the warm-up room, it's really orange. And here we've got really bright spotlights. So that can change what you see on your string alignment.
So Roos opening up with a 29 out of a possible 30 points. Hasthi just fighting a bit there. And that's probably another thing with these aluminium arrows, is there's a little bit of nerves or a little bit of hesitation. They're a very heavy arrow compared to the carbon.
Because it's so slow, any error is magnified. So even though you're more likely to catch more line cutters, you're more likely to have bad errors as well.
D'ailleurs, on voit le coach qui le rassure en
So
disant
they're a
que
lot more critical.
l'intervention dans les boules, c'est jamais évident.
I mean, in the old days,
Après le fait final,
the 60s,
les gens
70s,
sur un
they
tournoi
were
comme
shooting
celui-ci,
90 meters, 70
avec un
meters with
public
these
aussi
aluminium
derrière,
arrows, and the scores they were getting. I mean, I call them the legends, the gods of the sport, where you got Rick McKinney and Darrell Pace and Steve Hallard that were
Yes.
shooting 1300s, shooting 90 meters, 70 meters with these aluminium arrows in all conditions. I mean, it's
Yeah.
really impressive. We're quite blessed now with the producers of the archery equipment that they're using all these modern materials that make things lighter, faster, more accurate. We're really, really spoiled.
We are. I've never tried shooting aluminium arrows at 70 meters.
You should.
I
It's quite
should
good
try.
fun. It is good fun. Because you can watch them. You can watch them go down the range.
I'm sure you can get your binoculars up in time to see them hit.
But there's one thing I noticed about the legends. They really knew their own shots. They really knew how to use the wind. And I like that about the older generation. The new generation, I think, because they've never shot those types of skills, so they don't have those skills of how to use the wind and aiming off. They really rely on the speed of the equipment.
Yeah.
Certainly there should be no aiming off here. They should be aiming straight on the 10, extending through that 10 ring with confidence. Because it may only be 18 meters, but the slightest hesitation will send you away from the 10.
Yeah, so Hasthi's sorted out his sight. No longer going wide, he's getting 10s now.
So if Sander gets a 10 here, he will get the second set and level the match. That was not a good shot, and he knows it. Can't take it back now. Opened up the door for Roos there, and he's taken it. With another 29 points to take the match 4-set points to 0.
C'est impressionnant, on sent qu'il est partagé quand on regarde son visage, on voit un garçon qui n'est pas complètement relâché dans cette médaille de bronze.
So Roos has opened up a little bit of a lead there. He could settle down a bit more. Whereas Hasthi really going to have to come back fighting now if he wants to stay in this match.
He will. The third set's always important. You really, really need to win the third set. Either you want to close out the match quickly, or you need to win it to stay in the match.
Do you find if you've got a big lead like that, do you find it hard to maintain that focus, or do you get a bit lazy, should I say that, or sit back a bit, take it out, go down another gear, or?
I think you try and use it to help yourself relax. Sometimes, but it's quite easy to relax too much. So if you can relax and just focus on making nice shots.
But even though you've got that lead, you've still got to focus on your individual shots and not on the prize, not on the prize money, not on the medal that's coming up, because that can really send you off.
Because if you start 4-0 and then it goes against you 4-2 and suddenly you're on the losing streak, and then it's harder to win that last set.
Yeah, it was a bit of a flinch from that front arm. So is the reality setting in, like, I've won bronze, or? But very good from Zander, really come out focused.
Oh, front arm shaking there.
But he gets the 10.
It doesn't matter.
That's brilliant response to come out with 10-10-10 when your back is against the wall.
Alors pour l'instant,
Okay, so it's 4-2 to Roos.
4-2 pour le Belge. Tout ça demande confirmation. On attend pour voir un petit peu ce qu'est la flèche annoncée.
But now Hashi's just done a 10-10-10. His confidence is going to be high. He's won a set. He's really back in the match.
Et Paco nous dirait, lui, il est bon. Bientôt, une petite nouveauté dans le tir à l'arc.
Voilà, donc je pense que c'est plutôt un du côté du Norvégien et ça a l'air d'être confirmé par l'arbitre. Voilà, donc le Norvégien qui ne se laisse pas abattre, il était gagné 4-0 pour rappel.
Donc on est bien dans le timing, mon cher Marc.
Yeah, on the line.
So we're into the fourth set of this match. Hasthi still facing the pressure.
Qui va commencer cette volée 4-2. Et vos applaudissements, s'il vous plaît.
Cannot afford to lose this set.
Hasthi to shoot first.
Good shot. Now Roos fighting for that 10. He wants to close this match out now. Just clipping the line there, getting a 10. 20 points. Roos responding. Long hold.
That was a wide release.
Panicked a bit with the time, I think. There's 5 seconds left there. And 10 for Roos, so they've tied.
That's interesting. So now it's 5-3 to Roos. So Hasthi has to win the next set, forcing the shoot-off.
I really hope we get a shoot-off. Those are always interesting.
They're always exciting, aren't they?
Yeah. But isn't that the advantage of saying I want to shoot first? Because in a shoot-off situation, you do get to shoot first. You get to set the bar.
Yes. Yeah, if you know you've got to beat a good X, you know, a really good 10, then that's really hard.
So we're going all the way in this match to the 5th and final set. As Hasthi is still trailing in the match, he will shoot first. It's a nice shot. Good response, staying with his opponent. Good finish. Senna needs a 10. And gets it. Well done. Excellent shooting from both competitors.
Yeah, both the competitors showed a lot of maturity then.
Yeah.
On attend bien sûr la confirmation.
Were quite impressive. They
Pour être sûr,
stayed
notamment,
focused. They
pour
stayed
l'instant, apparemment, Alex
competing
Sisson
until the
est
very
à la
last
Genève,
arrow.
donc ne voit pas de
Trying to figure out how to get back in the match when you open up with some open up with some 8s. Not panicking, believing what you can doing and coming back. So it's very impressive from both competitors. Excellent, good match.